Donald Trump's trade policies, slapping tariffs on virtually everything and everyone, even uninhabited islands, have become so extreme that Republicans in the U.S. Senate are now teaming up with Democrats to curb his authority. On Thursday, just a day after Trump announced new tariffs, the stock market plummeted 1,200 points within the first 20 minutes of trading. That was the last straw for Republican Senator Chuck Grassley. He immediately joined forces with Democrats to co-sponsor a bill requiring that any new tariffs imposed by the president be approved, essentially ratified by Congress within 60 days. That legislation is now slowly making its way through the United States Senate. But unfortunately, it's unlikely to go anywhere. For it to become law, it would need a veto-proof majority. And even before reaching that point, it would have to pass through the House of Representatives. So far, Republican House Speaker Mike Johnson has shown no interest in challenging Trump. In fact, before what some called Liberation Day, as I mentioned in a previous segment, Johnson said, "You just have to trust Trump. You've got to trust his instincts on the economy." He's already rolling over, essentially saying, "I'm a good boy. I won't step out of line or try to strip you of your power." Over in the Senate, though, it's a different story. You've got Republican senators like Chuck Grassley, Susan Collins, Lisa Murkowski, and even Mitch McConnell speaking up. And believe it or not, even Tommy Tuberville has voiced concerns, warning that the tariffs would be disastrous for his home state of Alabama. Even the least informed member of Congress can see how damaging these tariffs are. Even someone who spends all day kissing up to Trump is willing to publicly admit that they'll hurt his own state. But not Mike Johnson over in the House, absolutely not. According to him, we all just have to trust Trump. It's practically an order, trust Trump, no questions asked. So we're stuck between a rock and a hard place. In the Senate, we might actually have the numbers to pass this legislation. Honestly, based on how things are looking, the votes are probably already there. But getting it through the House? That's another story, at least for now. Still, I'm willing to bet that if these tariffs stay in place and the economic pain starts hitting everyday Americans, who are projected to pay at least $4,200 more per year for basic goods, that pressure will build. Eventually, Mike Johnson won't be able to sit on his hands and blindly trust Trump's economic instincts. The voter backlash will be massive, and if Johnson wants to keep his job or even just keep his seat, he'll have to face reality and allow that legislation to move forward in the House. And just as an aside to the Republicans who still oppose this bill, you do realize a Republican won't always be president, right? So, let me ask you this. Do you really want to hand these sweeping tariff powers over to some far-left Democrat in the future? No? Didn't think so? Then maybe you should support this legislation, not because you care about doing the right thing, but because it'll help you block future Democrats from having that kind of power. That's how you can sell it to yourselves. Whatever mental gymnastics you need to make it feel like a win, fine. I don't care how you justify it. Just stop Donald Trump before he tanks the economy. You have the power to do it. You have the legislation right in front of you. And if you fail the public now, don't be surprised if you're not around after the next election to fight another day. Thanks for watching today, everyone. And if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the channel. We're dropping fresh content every single day, and I'd hate for you to miss out. Speaking of missing out, don't. See you next time.